Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the MGM Adventures podcast hosted by Matt
and Gina.
Today, we are going to do a deep dive on the city of Philadelphia and how easy is it to visit Philadelphia. Probably going to do a couple of these when we go to different cities when it makes sense.
Please make sure to like, follow, and share us on any of our social channels.
We are going to talk about Philadelphia. We mentioned that.
Why were we there?
Why were we there?
'Cause we were. Just kidding. Wright State men's basketball team made it to March Madness.
So we visited Philadelphia in March of this year, 2026, to watch the Wright State Raiders play in March Madness. It was a close game. We'll leave it at that. We did end up not winning, sadly.
We ended up going home.
We went home. But before we went home, we did do some stuff. So the first day, we did focus on what's called the South Philly area, down by the three stadiums, obviously, because we were going to one of the stadiums. We did go, the Alumni Association had an event at a gastropub called South House. Highly recommend if you're in South Philly to go there. It was very good food.
Yes, and I had a drink and it was very good as well.
So it's not too far away from the stadiums. I think it's one subway stop up or about a 20, 30-minute walk. The walk was not bad. It does, Philadelphia, we just talked about, does have a subway. We used it once. It was a nice day, so we decided to walk. But it was probably one of the easiest subways to use, to be honest. You just tap your card or tap your phone, and then you're in, and then you just ride it till you get off.
Yep.
So it was clean. I mean, we rode it really early. It was fine. No problems there. We just walked back. We didn't use it again. But I do like how all the stadiums are close. However, also they're close and there's some things to do, but there's also just like a giant parking lot with not a lot to do around.
Yeah, there was also nothing to do.
Yeah, I guess there is one area. I don't know if it was open when we were there outside of the baseball field.
There was a lot of construction.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll say that. We went into Xfinity Mobile Arena. That's where the Philadelphia 76ers and the Philadelphia Flyers play. Cool arena. I'm not gonna lie.
It was very cool. It was different than any other arena I'd been in. The scoreboard was
humongous.
I think bigger than the court.
It at least went from the one free throw line to the other free throw line for sure. It was huge.
It was so big.
So that was cool. We
did only sit 9 rows up.
Yeah, we were pretty close. We were part of the alumni section, so we got selected to be part of that. So that was cool. I've heard tell of them wanting to get a new arena. Visiting, I could see why you would want to. It's got kind of a little bit of an older design, I would say, to it, where it's got a concourse and then up is a concourse. However, during the half times or between the games or whatever, the concourse was just crowded. It was kind of a narrow hallway, and the bathroom lines were super long. It was kind of a little bit rough. Now, we didn't go up to the top concourse. They had some different food offerings, but I liked the food offerings they had. I'll say that. There were some unique options. So, I mean, but yeah.
Twosomes was there. Shake Shack.
We did get Shake Shack.
We did not get twosomes. We will hear in a week or so.
Yeah, we're told. It looked like those twosomes from like Universal. They did have a chicken Pete's too. We didn't get that either. They had some other unique stuff. So it was a neat place. So obviously we had no idea how long we were going to be in Philadelphia. So we kind of went a little bit on the fly and decided what to do on the hotels after the game. I had looked for some hotels and I didn't know if we were coming back on Sunday. Because if we're coming back on Sunday, then I'm looking for a 2-night hotel versus a 1-night hotel and all that stuff. So I didn't book till after, and it took us a little while to find some places. Also, kind of looking at traffic, there's some downtown Philadelphia hotels. As you can imagine, those are pricey, so we didn't stay there. There are some suburbs hotels as well, so I kind of had to use some of my hotel skills that I've talked about on the fly to find one. But we ended up actually leaving Pennsylvania and going to New Jersey.
We did.
The traffic, we were in the south side, and it was way easier to get to New Jersey than it was to go to the north suburbs of Philadelphia because of the traffic. And we kind of looked, and it looked like there was a wreck too. So
and it wasn't.
It was about, and it was going to be the same distance as the northern ones. Just with the traffic, it would have taken like 45 minutes, but it was supposed to take like 25 to 30. So we found one We actually did stop at a diner too. I
And
forgot about.
it was a nice diner.
Yeah,
It had
all kinds of stuff.
a salad bar. We both got a salad bar, and the portions were huge.
What was that place called? Taste of the something diner. I don't remember.
I got like a mushroom, zucchini, shrimp
Hmm.
stuffed, crab stuff.
Yeah,
And what did you get?
I don't remember.
I
There was
think
a
you
lot of
got
food.
some fried fish.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of food, and it got
It was a
dessert
lot
too.
of food.
Got dessert too, which was interesting.
Tapioca pudding.
Yeah, but it was dessert.
Picture here. Not of tapioca
I
pudding
don't
because
have
I
a
don't think
picture of this place, so I think
I
it's called
do.
Taste of the Taste of Jersey or something. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Got to look that up. I'll put a photo in of the place right here, so you'll know what the name is,
And maybe the food.
and maybe the food if we have pictures.
I think I do.
Um, okay, so that was
Second
day one.
day.
What did we do the second day?
We went exploring. We were Dora the
Yeah,
Explorer.
so
You missed your opportunity.
I don't know the song very well. Sorry. Um, so we did do the exploring of Philadelphia. We took the more walking version. There are other versions, and I'll talk about those shortly. We did the historical sites first, and then we went to the more touristy spots of the tour. Like I said, we did walk a lot. It was pretty easy to navigate. There was some construction at some spots, but it was pretty easy to navigate. The one thing I'll also say, Philadelphia is flat. It has a couple of
Not
little
like San
hills,
Francisco.
like a little hill and a little, you can't even know it's a hill, but it is flat
Kind of
and
like our neighborhood.
kind of. But the nice part about Philadelphia also, like you can put it in Google Maps and just follow it. But also because of the tourist sites, they at the streets they have signs that would show go this way to this tourist attraction, to this attraction or whatnot. So it was pretty easy. Um, we did park, and we'll talk about parking here in a bit. Um, about what we used for parking, but we did park kind of a little closer to the historical sites. It just made more sense. We didn't know how long we were going to be at the historical sites.
Nope.
Number one, this is a Saturday. And then number two, this is March Madness weekend. So we were there, other teams are there, plus all the other touristy
Boy
people are there.
Scouts were there. I
And
don't
then
know.
we're like, we have no idea. We could be literally here all day. We have no idea what the plan is. So we're like, we're going to go to the historical sites first. And pro tip, go to the historical sites in Philadelphia first. Just throw that out there.
Most
Um,
definitely.
we got there, I think around 9 o'clock, 9:30, maybe somewhere around there. I was expecting to wait for the Liberty Bell for an
An
hour,
hour.
and we literally walked into the Liberty Bell.
Picture here.
We were at the Liberty Bell. Neat place. There was a lot of reading and some other things. Like we were just kind of trying to see the Liberty Bell, so we missed some stuff. Eventually we'll probably go back.
We did try to reserve a spot for the
Yeah.
next location,
So
and we didn't get one.
Yeah, so Independence Hall, we were looking it up, and it requires a time.
Yeah.
And you have to pay like $1 a person or something to just reserve your time.
We went on, tried, we didn't get it.
And then there was another set of times, and we lost out on that. So you can sign up to be like notified. We missed. So we're like, okay, whatever.
We were kind of sad, actually.
And so there's a visitor center,
Yeah, information center visitors.
and someone walked by us and said something, and I was like, maybe I should ask the ranger. So I asked the ranger, and pro tip number 2, go to Independence Hall before 10:30.
Yeah.
It's open house. And so we got to go in and do everything that we would have normally done.
We did not have a tour guide.
We did not have a
which
tour
is
guide
fine
because they had people in both rooms talking about
Yeah.
them. I'm like, what's the difference?
But I don't know how it would go as a tour guide. It was
It was small.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Yeah. So I would say
If you don't get a reservation for that
Yeah.
day, go before 10:30. They cut it off at 10:30. So go before 10:30 around the back.
we made
and
it
you can go
in. We made it in at about 10. You have to go through security on
Yep.
both of these, to be clear. So don't, you have to go through a metal detector and all that stuff. Your bag's going to go through an airport, just like an airport. We got in about 10:22 or something.
Yeah.
And we were one of the last ones in. So, and we went in. It was really cool. We saw the courthouse, which that guy was pretty energetic about that. So that was cool. And then we went over to see where they saw signed the Declaration of Independence. So just get there early. If you get there, I don't know. I will say we did some of the next activities and then came back to the Liberty Bell, and it looked like it was probably a 45-minute wait,
At
at
least.
least. So if you can, I would target 9 o'clock to get there to this neck of the woods. Probably a good time to get there, and you could probably do both pretty quickly. Yeah, Independence Hall, 10:30. It just got on the pin. We figured it was a little chilly too, so if you get there even earlier, I don't know what time it opens,
No idea.
but it worked out well for us. So anyway, where'd we go after Independence Hall?
We walked.
We did. Where'd we go?
We went to Benjamin. Well, we didn't go to Benjamin Franklin's gravesite. We went up to the outside of the graveyard. Benjamin Franklin's
It's right
grave's
there.
right there.
Yeah,
You can just see it from the
you
outside.
can walk by it. Yeah.
Or you can pay to go in and walk the whole thing. That's up to you. We decided not to.
I don't think it opened till like noon.
Yeah,
And we were there
opened. I thought it
we were
opened at like 11.
no, it was later than that. I don't remember the time, but it was like 10:30, and we're like, I got places to go. So we
Places to go, people to see.
So where'd we go next?
Betsy Ross's house. I don't feel like this is in order
It's close.
because that is not where we went next.
We went to the next place after. I just got these two backwards.
My nose.
It's fine. So we did go to Betsy Ross's house.
We did do the tour
The first part was kind of cool because they talked about chocolate,
and how they made it back in the good
Yeah.
old days.
and then it was just like walking through an old house.
Which the staircases were all spiral.
So I don't know if I recommend this or not.
It's cool to see once, in my opinion.
I don't think I need to go back.
But I don't think I need to.
I would go back
Yeah.
to the Liberty Bell, and I would go back to Independence Hall. But I don't know if I go back to Betsy Ross' house.
I mean, I'd go back to her house.
We'd walk by it.
And she's buried there. FYI. Pro
yeah.
tip number 3.
So there's that. We went
Just
to
kidding.
an alley. I'm not. You try to pronounce it because I'm going to pronounce it terribly.
Elfreth's. Elfreth.
Alley. Okay, so this is America's oldest continuously inhabited residential street. So there you go.
Started in 1703.
Started in 1703. People still live here. So it's like
You could purchase one right now.
yeah, there was
one on the market.
at least one or two on sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a museum also. I guess it's only in the summer. We were there too early. So there's that.
Gotta go back.
So that was cool, I think. Like I said, after we did these were a little out of the way. The Betsy Ross house was probably about 15 to 20 minutes away from the Liberty Bell. And then the alley was an
Yes.
additional 10 on top of that.
Yes.
So
we did not go to Edgar Allan Poe's house. It was closed.
So
And I come to find out, I didn't tell you this, it's gated and you can't see it from the outside. So if we would have went, you would have been
you
able
have
to
to
see
go
it.
on the tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found this out from my boss
Okay.
because they tried to go.
So the Edgar Allan Poe does have a house. It's under renovation. So just a heads up.
And you need tickets to see it because it's gated.
Yeah, I guess.
I've been told.
Be aware of that. We looked at going. We didn't know about it. We saw it in a store and I looked it up and it was closed. So there you go. It is part of the National Monuments. I will say also where we ended up going, and I don't think I put it in his notes, the popular cheesesteak places are not anywhere near any of this. So you'd have to drive to those.
Yeah.
We got a cheesesteak at South House, which was delicious.
They were good. We both got beef and chicken.
They were both really good. So I really wanted another cheesesteak, and we looked, and it was just out of the way. And we're like, I don't really want to. It would have taken us to drive to another area of Philly. We just decided not to. But we did walk. And we walked where?
The Reading Terminal Market.
Yeah. So this was a really cool market. If you've ever been to a food market.
It was so busy. I'm so sad we didn't spend more time here. It was just
The problem was, remember that crowd that we were worried about earlier? It was all here eating.
Yes.
There were some very good places that we had. I probably missed one, to be honest. The ones that stand out to me are Miller's Twist, which is pretzels.
So good.
They were very good pretzels. They had cheesesteak pretzels. They had regular pretzels with cheese. Very good. There was a place and I had to wait in line for a while. However,
I got in line first.
she got in line at this other place, which is next to it, called the Dutch Eating Place, for cheese curds and apple dumplings. We hadn't moved in a while, so I went and got in line for this pretzel place, and the pretzel line went around the block, around the market, And I was basically checking out when she got done with her. So
When
just
I finally got mine.
yeah.
The pretzel place has it down pat.
They have the system
So
down.
if you think it's a long line,
Wait.
go ahead and wait because
It took like 10 minutes.
yeah, they were on it.
Kind of wish they were running theme park food places. They were on it. I mean, I get it. They have pretzels, so they just have to, pull it from the thing, but it was good. It was really good too. The cheesesteak pretzel was really good. The regular
So
pretzel was
good.
good. The Dutch eating place had the good cheese curds and an apple dumpling, which was a full apple in a dumpling, so that was good. We kind of walked around. There is a cheesesteak place there.
There was so many
Looked
places I
good.
wanted to try.
There was another place that Philadelphia that had the other food that Philadelphia is known for. Was it
I feel
the
like he forgot to add a place.
pork sandwich? I don't know. There was a good cookie place that we went. That's probably the place
It
you
is.
thought. We didn't eat all those cookies, so I was kind of sad about that, but that's okay. We
How
ate a
dare
lot
we?
of. They had a lot of unique cookies, and we were kind of walking by, and I saw. I was just walking by, and it's like featured on the Today Show. I'm like, what's this? It was a banana pudding place
I love banana
called
pudding.
Sweet Nina's, I think, and it was really good. We got a peach one,
Yes.
I think. It was really good. So those three places for sure I recommend. Miller's Twist, Dutch Eating Place, and Sweet Nina's. There are a bazillion other places you could eat.
And I would like to eat at them all.
Yeah, so this will definitely be a place we go back to. I think it's the roasted pork sandwich is the one that I wanted to try that I didn't get to try in Philadelphia. So I'll say that. So anyway, what do we do then?
We walked some more. From there, we went to City Hall to see the building. We heard that you can go up in the tower, which I wanted to do. However, not on the weekends. It is not available on the weekends.
Yeah, and it's also very limited availability, is my understanding. So,
You can
like,
only do it on the weekday.
I looked at it, and I could not get it for like the next week and a half, even. So, if you're going, book it early, and it's got to be on a weekday. And it's also approximately 530 feet tall.
Let's do it.
And so, my understanding is you get in and you go up this kind of shady elevator.
It is a beautiful, beautiful building.
It is. It's a very cool building.
Philadelphia is a beautifully structured.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Then we walked down to the Benjamin Franklin Parkway towards the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
Yeah, so this walk was awesome. I'm glad we did this walk. It was a long walk. It was starting to get a little warm, not gonna lie. It has flags from all the different countries in the world on the side of it, which is really cool. It also has the Franklin Institute that we ended up stopping at. I'm not gonna talk a lot about it here because I'm going to have another episode coming out soon on this. What exhibit that was, we'll talk about it then. Theme park people might be excited to hear about that one. It also has a lot of good sculptures and statues and all kinds of things. The Thinker was here. I forget what the one I think it was a World War II monument was really cool. There was a lot of awesome places on the parkway. There's some fountains. The one fountain with the fish was closed because it's renovated because of winter.
Because it was with swans.
It's the dueling swans, I think is what it's called. Yeah. So we missed that. So if you've seen Philadelphia pictures, we missed the dueling swans because it was under winter refurb.
Are
But
you gonna tell the people what was at the Franklin Museum?
no,
Or to
no,
give them a
I gotta watch
next
the
episode?
next episode.
That's rude. Rude. Then we made it to the Philadelphia Museum of Art, or better known as the Stairs from Rocky.
This place was booming.
It was. There was a lot of people there.
A lot of people. Like there was groups and there was people and people. And so of course we had to go up the stairs.
We had to run.
We jogged. I'll be honest, we jogged. It was a lot longer steps than I thought it was going to be. I don't think I would have made it. However, we had theme music.
Da-da-da.
Someone was playing the Rocky sound on the trumpet. So we made it somehow. There was also probably the smallest gift shop I've ever seen for an attraction at the bottom.
Oh, that's great.
We should have went in the Philadelphia Museum all right while we were up there. It was kind of rough.
We should have. I didn't know you could go inside.
You can go in. Yeah, it's an actual art museum.
Oh.
So next time we'll actually do that maybe.
Be on the plate.
Um
Then we ended up going to dinner, meeting up with my cousin Betsy and Andrew. And
we went to a very interesting restaurant.
Yeah, they changed the theme for different holidays. So
yeah,
it
it was Party Girl.
Mardi Gras. What was the place called?
I don't remember. This is the second place that I don't know what it was called
Please
that we
hold.
went to on this trip. It was a unique place.
I liked what I got.
My food was not very good.
They had those sausage balls that were pretty good.
Yeah, that was
Those
good.
were good.
Yeah.
The place was called, drum roll please,
Du-du-du-du-du.
Craftsman Row Saloon.
Yeah. So I'd recommend trying it. I got the French toast burger. It was not what I
It was
expected. It was
huge.
humongous.
It was like this big.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Picture
I
here.
wouldn't recommend it at all. That thing was humongous. It was okay.
I thought my food was good.
The other food looked good. I went with something, and I kinda wish I went with someone else. So I'll just say that.
Would you go back to try something else?
I would not try the French toast burger, but yes, I
I
would.
said, would you go back to try something else?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know, the French toast burger was it in rotation?
And
I don't
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. And then, they took us to a unique ice cream place. I
Where
don't
you
know.
could put like boba in your ice cream. I don't know what that
That
place was
menu
called.
was I liked the place, but it was kind of a weird place because of
Yeah.
and I wanna be clear, it was weird because they had this menu, and you couldn't order anything off the menu,
Because they were out of the stuff.
I guess, or they discontinued it and had to update their menu. So we kinda had to scrounge
It
together.
was still good.
It
You
was
could pick
good.
like
It
layers
was in
of cake, layers
mason
of ice
jars. Mhm.
cream, add-ins, no cheesecake add-ins. They were out of that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Like, come on, really? So, anyway, I will say
And then we headed home.
then we kinda headed home. So,
Kind of. We made it all the way home.
is Philadelphia an easy place to visit?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes, 100%. We went the walking way. That made sense for us. However, to be honest, there are a lot of historic tour options. I can't tell you the reviews on them. We didn't do them. There is a hop on, hop off bus. That might be a good option if you don't want to do all the walking. There was a really cool one. I think it's the Ben Franklin tours. We were kind of talking about going in. It was like in the historic cars. So there are a lot of those types of things. Do your reviews. We did not
Pictured here.
do them. Um, I really liked Philadelphia. It was a cool city to go around. Um, I don't think there was I mean, we were in the main areas. I don't know if we were
I don't think I need to go every year. I don't think I need to go every 5 years, but
Yeah.
I would definitely go back and
Yeah, there's
explore.
definitely some stuff I'd like to go back and do. Um, I would imagine, the Franklin Institute does get some really good rotating exhibits, so that would be a reason to go back. I would definitely go back for, March Madness if we needed to do that, I would go back for sure.
If we get the
If
opportunity.
that was it's a very easy drive for us. It's Hershey plus 2 hours. I'm like, "This drive is super easy." Um, the traffic was a little bit, was busy. I'm not gonna say it's not busy. It's like a big city. I don't know what else to say. The one thing, and I also may have not have forgot about this, in Philadelphia, a lot of the roads are one-way streets. So we didn't drive a lot, but that's just something to let you know that there's a lot of one-way streets in Philadelphia, which is super nice for walking because all you gotta do is look one way. But for
No,
the
you still look both ways because there's idiots.
there might be, but it makes walking a lot easier, and we kinda got used to walking across the intersections very easily because we were doing what everyone else was doing in the city, so, you kinda get the groove down. It was super easy to do. We didn't drive very much, but yeah.
Travel tip.
Yeah, so we're gonna put travel tips in because I don't know how in the world we forgot about this, but this app was very helpful for us. It's an app, it's called Spot Hero. Spot Hero is wonderful for parking. They actually used it at the arena, and then we actually used it the second day also. So, what Spot Hero is, like I said, it's a parking app. You tell it where you're going, and it will give you options, and it will tell you if it's a service lot, a parking garage, or whatever. It will also give you the prices, the in and out times, and how to get in and out. So, it, I think we looked at it. We found one in like I said, near the historical center. I think it was $18 for the whole day, and
And fun fact, it
y
wasn't very far from where we ate dinner.
yeah, it's like right
We
across the
didn't
street,
even know.
which was weird. So if you're going to the saloon place, it's really close. I don't remember what that garage was called. It was a unique garage, I'll say that. But, if we would have paid to go into the garage without Spot Hero, it would have been $24. I did see that, at least that day. I don't know how much it is in other days. Some of the surface lots were also we didn't know how long we were gonna be there, so we picked until, like, 9 PM. We were there kinda close to that. Um, but you can pick your times in and out, which is nice with Spot Hero. A lot of the Philadelphia slots that we saw ended at, like, 5 or 6
Yeah.
also, and they were, like, $20. So, Spot Hero is good in all major cities, I'll say. So, Spot Hero, it's an app. Use it.
Especially if you have a problem finding parking
Yeah.
places.
So, please make sure to like, follow, and share.
And make sure you send us your questions to mgmadventures@yahoo.com or directly on one of our social channels or comment below.
See you in the next episode, Adventures.
Bye.
Bye.